1 2 ladies and gentlemen, welcome. January 1st, 2026. We made it. What a beautiful day it is. Freezing cold today, but we're in New Jersey in the wintertime. What do you expect? I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm here. It's January. It's late. It's about 10 o'clock. But all day I've been prepping and preparing the first YouTube video to drop. And it dropped today. I dropped it on YouTube around 6 o'clock, and it's 1 week of the 31 days. And then tomorrow, Tuesday at 6 p.m., I'll be dropping week 2. And I'm just getting acclimated to it, with the title, descriptions, tags, ads, all these different things that it asks you about posting a video. Just going through it slowly and navigating it the best that I can with the help of other YouTube videos. And I finally got it up. So much pressure, but there's really no pressure. It's just a computer, and it's just a video, and it's just me speaking my truth and what I believe. And that's all that could be asked of me. I'm here to give my opinion and my outlook, and it is all objective. So it's a free space. It's a free world. It may not always seem like it and look like it, but it is what it is until they take it down. But other than that, the day was great. I was excited to get it up. I was off of work today. Might go back to work tomorrow. But now I'm going to start piecing together my page and what it's going to look like. So this next 30 days is going to be really testing with my thumbnail, with maybe some B-roll and some background music, trying different things with the editing. Nothing too crazy. These first 90 days, super beginner, starting from scratch. I'm going to be testing things here and there. At the same time, making my page presentable. Not only my YouTube page, but my websites, my Leonardo Dior website, where on there I'm selling my eBook, How to Solve My Money Problems. My first eBook's about 43 pages, PDF, so you could download that and purchase that to support. In that book, there's some great gems on financial management and financial literacy. So grab that. In the description, the link is there for the ebook, How to Solve My Money Problems. Also, on there, you can book consultation with me, just a one-on-one discussion, whether it's about your business endeavors that you're looking to get into or that you're in, life, personal life, just want to discuss and talk with somebody. There's options there for that. Let's get together. Let's chat it up. We can hop on Zoom. We can hop on a phone call. And I could just be somebody that's in your corner to help and support you in ways that I may know how to. Also, on there, you're able to customize some merch. So maybe you want to print a t-shirt. I have a customizer on there that you can go in there, upload your file, your image, put it on the front, back of a shirt, sweatshirts, polos, t-shirts, tote bag, whatever you like. And you can get it printed up and sent right to your door. So check that out. And then lastly, up there is WooCoffee. 2026 is the relaunch of WooCoffee. The website needs some updating. Please leave your email addresses so that I can send you guys different information, updates when it comes to the coffee, or even with my website. Drop your email to purchase the ebook. Just support all the way around if you can. Be a support system to me, and I'll be one to you guys in return. Hit the comments, hit the subscribe, hit the like, tune in. So just an update when it comes to the video editing that I have been doing. I use a program software called Riverside. It is a paid software. I believe it's $29 a month. But what it does is you take your clip, right? I'm recording off of the Sony. I could do all this off my phone, but it's very compact, so I do it off of this camera. I record, I take the SD card, put it in an adapter that looks like this. The adapter has room for the SD card. I plug that into my laptop. That brings up the Finder with all my files. I take the files that I record for the week that I've been doing. I take all the files, put them into a free version of CapCut, and I just line up all the files. You can use CapCut, you can use iMovie. I line up all the files, and then I take that one large file, which is probably a MP4 file. I take that one file, then I throw it into Riverside. And what Riverside does is has AI co-creator features, which allows it to cut out the ums, cut out the pauses, create smart segments and thumbnails. It's basically an AI software that does all the work. All I have to do is record, take my raw footage, throw it into the Riverside software, and boom, bam, bam. It does the heavy lifting for me. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm a novice. I'm a beginner at this. So I'm using the tools that have been given to us to help move this program forward. So that's a little sneak peek at how I edit my videos. You'll see when you look at my channel that they're chopped up a little bit, but not too much. It leaves the raw, authentic feel in there. But there are definitely areas that were just out of control, bad, and they cut it out. So that is what I use. And I'll continue to let you guys in on what I use and how I use it as we go. But I'm going to make some shorts, some reels. And in the beginning, I may spend a little bit more time than I like with this. But as I go on, I'm going to be spending less and less time editing and clipping and doing all these things. I'm going to get it to a point where it's moving and rolling on its own. So we'll see where we're at the end of the year. But January 1st, 2026, we're here. We're working on our health, our wealth, our faith. We're building each other up. We're building community, and we're strengthening one another. So I'll see you on the inside. All right, all right. Good afternoon, everybody. Today's Friday, January 2nd, 2026. We here. We back at work. Just got done with the work week up north in London. And the night is young. Just leaving one of my stops and just chatting it up with a brother here that works here at one of the urgent care stops. And he's involved in a sales business. And even though he has his main job, he knows that he must have income coming in from elsewhere. So we get to chit chat and talking. And next time I come out here, I'll be sure to catch him for maybe a 30-second clip so that he could promote his business and his brand on my platform. Also, going forward, as you can see with those videos that I made for the 31 days, some days I had a mic, some days I didn't. Maybe inconsistencies in the audio, which there shouldn't have been because I use Riverside and it has magic audio. So it basically groups and equalizes all the audio together so that it's pretty similar. But going forward, I won't be recording without a mic again, hopefully. It's my intention. So let me take action on that every day. Today's been a great day. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I was driving a lot today, you guys, and just doing a lot of thinking. On this platform, I just want to share my thoughts and my ideas with the digital world. I'm not going to be up here, arguing and getting upset. I'm just here to share what I heard or share what I read so that we can have discussions. It's about building each other up, building up community, getting to a place where community is back at the forefront. Yes, in the physical, I am and will be building community. But since social media is here, expands the reach, and I'm going to utilize it. Better start now than never. I was in one of the urgent cares today, and it's just, so interesting to see where the world has come. I remember growing up and there was herbal remedies and different things you could do at home to help heal your body in time. But today I walked into a urgent care and there was a patient in there, speaking with the doctor, and the patient said, "Hey, what can I do for my cough? Is there anything herbal that I can do? Something holistic?" And the first thing the doctor recommended were over-the-counter drugs. The state of our country is in a bad state, you guys, from the food and all the chemicals and poisons put in it, to the alcohol, to the nicotine, to the vaccines, to the air quality, to the water quality, to the mass abortion clinics. This country is at war with its citizens. The proof's in the pudding. You could be blind and see that. So, wisen up, you guys. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. I'm just waking up to the truth late in life. I spent my 20s damn near ruining my life from chasing entertainment dreams and girls and smoking weed and drinking alcohol, trying to fit in, being somebody that else other than myself. It wasn't to fit in. It was just what was going on, what was going around. But now I lived life early, young, in my 20s, in my teens, in my 18s, 17s. I was living in a house with a bunch of my friends when we were in high school. And we were having the times of our lives. Little did I know that would trickle in my life in a negative way. We were how Kai got his house. We were before that. Well, before the cameras, before the lights. We were really living a wild life, me and my friends. And I'm thankful to God that I'm still here today to talk about it. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but if you know, you know. But like I said, I'm thankful. I'm grateful to God. And I just want to share joy, happiness, love, encouragement. You'll be seeing on the page. Check out the website, leonardodior.com. There's a couple different, avenues that you could travel through down there. Also, WooCoffee is going to be coming up this year. It's going to be a big year for WooCoffee. Going to be bringing back your favorite flavors, favorite coffee blends, and we're going to be trying from a different angle this year. Thankful for all the people from the past that participated in our initial launch. It's been a few years, but we're coming back. We're coming back stronger than ever. So stay tuned for that and be blessed, you guys. I'll be seeing you soon. Ready for the weekend? Stay warm if you're in a cold place and, relax if you're somewhere hot and beautiful. Until then, be well. Good afternoon. Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. I'm back. Every day, I'm back. Every day, I'm not going to quit. Every day, I'm going to show up. Eventually, I'll have a plan for this. But right now, I'm showing up. I'm recording every day. I'm giving some insider knowledge on things that I'm thinking about, things that I'm talking about. I'm not an expert of anything yet, but I have time, I have life. And if I don't have time and if I don't have life, then I get to spend eternity with the Father and I will have eternal life. So being optimistic. However, the day was great so far, and it's going to be great regardless because great is a state of mind. It's who you are, it's how you think, it's how you handle things. Even in times of trial and hardship and difficulty and challenges, life is still great. As long as you have breath in your lungs, you have a chance and opportunity to give praise to the Lord Jesus, and you have a chance to make your life better. One choice at a time, one decision at a time, one action at a time. It's up to you. Nobody else is responsible for your joy and happiness. You control that. So get it together and be encouraged about that. So many things happening. I wake up AM early morning to the U.S. bombing Venezuela. And the only outlook I have on this type of situation is war and violence is not good. War and violence is against God's will and what he desires for his people. And to those who are participating in or speaking for this war and violence, you know, what good comes out of killing people? I'm not going to sit here and cast judgment on anybody. Thou shalt not kill, and your stance on that is your stance on that. Like I said in the past video, our weapons are not carnal, but people are excited and happy about bombing and killing. You may have money, you may be rich, you may be educated, may think you're smart, but I just pray God tenderizes your heart because nothing's worth going to another country. Nothing's worth it happening in your own community. Violence is not the answer. So for those who are celebrating this, I'm not with you on that. And to those who are affected and harmed by this, those in those oppressed areas, I'm with you and I'm praying for you. That one day the world will see the love of Christ, that he laid down his life for those that he loved, and that the message of truth will go forward, and that we would put down the weapons, and that we would turn our hearts to the Lord and help each other build up greater communities where we are. This morning, I went on a mile walk with my nephews. Daily, we're going to tackle that this year. Mile walk a day. Keep the doctors away. And lastly, I read a book. I'm reading a book that I've showed you guys before, The Psychology of Money. And a few things that I picked up this morning when I was reading that I highlighted that I would love to share is this book is written by Morgan Housel. The most important part of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to plan. And it gives examples of situations that are out of your control and how you can't prepare for what you can't envision, what you can't see. Specifically when it comes to finance, a lot of experts refer to history, but history is not the best indicator for the future. So you always leave buffer room. You always leave room for error. You always leave room as a hedge. You never live in high risk territory. You always risk what you can afford to risk. You have to give yourself room for error. There's something that he called, Benjamin Graham spoke about margin of safety. And the purpose of the margin of safety is to render the forecast unnecessary. The margin of safety, you can also call it room for error or redundancy, is the only effective way to safely navigate a world that is governed by odds, not certainties. And almost everything related to money exists in that kind of world. So when you're investing, when you're saving, be smart, be patient, stay away from high risk assets if possible, if you don't have capital or a nest egg to fall back on. In the near future, in the day to day, in the next year, a high risk stock may seem appetizing. There's a 50-50 chance that it may go up and it may go down. But don't plan for tomorrow. Plan for 30 years from now. Plan for your future. Plan for your kids' future and plan for your kids' kids' future. You can't always use history to tell the story of the future. So remember, plan accordingly. Use wisdom. Speak with those who have experience that can help you build the future that you would like. Stay positive, stay optimistic, stay out of debt, and build upwards. Even though you may see things going down for a time. But if you believe in it, and the proof is in the pudding, stick it out. Only invest what you can afford to lose if you're new to investing, like I am. So it's a journey, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. We're going to see the growth. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, jeez. Hey, my truck definitely don't sound the same. Definitely gotta get my old Sprinter soon. Saving up for that. Then gonna do this CDL class. So that when I go into electrical, maybe by the interview, I'll have my CDLB. Maybe A, we'll see. But that's the direction we're going in every day, even though it seems like sometimes the days are just passing by. If you're setting goals to be completed and completing them, you have nothing to worry about. Right now, I'm transferring the materials out for my rental to my work van. Staying moving. Things are always, there's so much opportunity and things out there. And, you choose what to be a part of. And for so long, I chose the wildlife. A lot of my decisions, I guess I can't say that they weren't a reflection of who I am because I did them. I made the decisions, I took the action. But I guess you just say, better than that. Right? Everybody can know better, but will you do better? That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. What up? Check. 1, 2. All right. We're live. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is... I don't know where my phone is. What? Today, what's going on, everybody? Today is January 4th, Sunday. We're at the end of the week, and tomorrow's Monday, the 5th, and we start a new week. All is well. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm grateful that the Lord chose to wake me up this morning and give me another shot at this. I just pray that I don't waste it. I don't waste my time, that I continue to mature and grow and learn lessons. Some people out the gate, they get a good start on life as they may think. Others, it may take a little bit more time. Maybe there's some some uh, disciplines to develop, habits, bad habits to break, some new habits to gain. Rudolph. Let me answer this real quick. Hello, Rudolph. Good afternoon, brother. I'm well. How are you? How are you guys? Listen, I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I just received two calls from, two people from my old church that I was attending, and these people were truly a blessing. Yeah, I did change churches. This I'm at a new church home, and it's a blessing that I was able to transition smoothly into the new ministry. But the people that I met, that I uh, trusted, that I ministered with, were all a blessing. All the ups and downs, the ebbs and the flows of ministry and church were impactful on my life in a positive way. All the people I cherish, they poured into me, and I hope that I was able to pour something into them. The kids, the adults, everybody was truly uh, a blessing to my life. And I'm just so thankful that they would, even to this day, almost a year later, still reach out, say that I was on their mind and on their hearts, and that they would send love. So I send love to all those that I ministered with in the past, and linked arms with, and prayed with, and cried with, and ate with, and fellowshiped with. I'm just beyond thankful and grateful for them. Um, Even for people with work, you know, I've had different experiences. I'm going to get a lot more into that as we go on with this, but I've had plenty of work experiences, work relationships, work friendships. Some things went really well, some things didn't go my way. And I'm still grateful and I'm still thankful for all the opportunities that I did have. I've experienced traveling the country, traveling the world, playing soccer, producing events and concerts, organizing shows, working with raw materials, production, sound, audio, visual, sales. There's just been so many things that I've DJing for so many years. I've just been participating and getting my hands in everything, community events, basketball tournaments. There's just been so many things I've had my hands in, but going forward, I'm gonna focus in. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna take all the experience that I've gained, and I'm going to put it into one thing, that I'm passionate about, with many different tentacles and legs. So be on the lookout for just that brand and what that'll be. I'm still working through it. I went through a business relationship about 5, 6 years, and maybe about a year, almost 2 years now. It's ended, so I'm just coming out of, I wouldn't say a slump, but transition. There's a lot of things that I need to change about myself internally so that I can output greatness, right? I need to be able to be my own boss, be my own owner, and set up my life correctly, by the law, by the book, so that I can't get taken advantage of, and that I can have something stable for myself and my family and my legacy. So, with that being said, have a great day. I don't know when you're going to see this. And I don't know when I'm going to put this out, but I'm sending love. I'm sending encouragement. I'm sending, prayers your way. You never know what life will bring. I had a friend who lost a loved one last night, this morning, in the early morning time or late last night. And you never know when you won't see somebody again. So really cherish the ones that you have. Send love, send your regards, send your prayers. Reach out to your family, your loved ones, your friends that you haven't spoken to. If they're on your heart, touch base, reach out. They always say don't be a stranger, but really reach out to the ones that you care for, that have left an impression on your life, and that have really poured into you, because you never know when the Lord is going to come knocking on your door to send you into eternity. Everyone's going to get judged one day. And, our hope is that we get to see the Lord on that great day. So be encouraged, evaluate yourself. Self examination is super important. It's super important for growth. And just be encouraged. I'm encouraged. Be encouraged. I ate great today. Shout out for all those who make plates, who cook, who feed the community. It is a blessing that I have food, that I have water, that I have a roof over my head. Some don't. Some woke up this morning and they didn't wake up in their home. Some woke up this morning and their home wasn't there anymore. Some woke up this morning and they were facing tragic travesties and brutal acts of violations of human rights. And I pray for those people, and I pray that the Lord would uh, deal justly with those who need to be judged. And our prayers are out to those who are in need. And, we just send encouragement out to those family members. And if you can help, help. If you have something to give, give. If it's not physical, tangible, material, you know, a listening ear and being there goes a long way. Time. So be encouraged. Have a great work week. And remember, set up a plan, stick to it. It's just you against yourself. So don't get beat up. We're back. What's going on, you guys? It is January 5th, Monday. It's late at night. Long day at work today. I was in Connecticut, driving all day. Got home late, caught up with one of my friends, and we got caught chatting it up. Shout out Torian, my dog. Uh, just talking about different things. It's always great to catch up. It's always great to get together and talk about laying foundation, going through our history and some the groups we were in, community events we participated in and created together, and just organizing and planning what's next, and how do we keep and remain in that vein. How do we ensure that that is in our DNA and that is a part of who we are, that we are those who give back to our community and build into our community. It's very important that that's a lifelong journey of feeding and helping those in need. That's not just the church's job, that's everybody's job. And we were also talking about just, business structure and structuring businesses and how important it is to, not only LLC your business and prepare yourself for, um, you know, profit and expenses, but also trademarking your brand, really being intentional about creating a brand, a name that's special, a logo that's special, that's yours, that you invested in, that you are going to invest your money in. So that gives you more drive to own it, gives you more drive to do your best and be your best, because once you pay that money, you know, that's money you can either lose or that's money that you can earn back. So really focus on structuring your business, having some sort of product that's going to generate cash flow or service to upkeep the business and so that the business can eventually turn over a profit and pay for itself. They always say the first 3 to 5 years, of a business, it may not be in profit, but you want to do your best to always keep your foot on the gas and get to that profit sooner than later, especially if you're upholding your business with your daytime job and you're investing whatever extra money you have. You want to be as frugal as you can, unless you have a high ticket product. So, other than that, this is the YouTube journey. It's not easy. It's very difficult in the midst of, life and being present in your daily with your family and on the job and any side projects that you're working on. You get to show up here and, have a message. So it really depends on preparation. If you don't prepare, you won't fulfill the goal. So I know I'm here first 90 days. I'm encouraging, I'm motivating, I'm getting familiar, I'm getting comfortable. I'm showing up, and I'm going to keep showing up, because through showing up, I'm going to stumble upon something great that I've been working on. And right now, I'm always on the charts, you guys. You know that. I'm looking at silver. Silver's trading at $78.68 an ounce. Gold's trading at $4,467.41 an ounce. So, as you guys can see, real money, precious metals, gold, silver, copper, palladium, platinum, all these rare earth minerals are gaining value while the dollar is losing its purchasing power, right? Torian mentioned that at one point you can get a penny candy. Yeah, can't do that anymore. So the currency, the dollar, the fiat, is losing its purchasing power, meaning you need more you need more dollars to purchase what you want. So you got money in the bank, cool, just enough for emergency fund, expenses, things like that, especially if it's upfloat your business. You have enough money in there to keep your business afloat and cover your expenses 3 to 6 months. Anything outside of that, I really want to put into a high yield savings. You can earn some interest, to a brokerage account, invest in some either ETFs or stocks that you're passionate about, that you did your research on. Invest in precious metals, right? They're an asset that currently going up in value, and it's real money. You can get land, you can buy a lot, you can buy a house, right? There's different things that you can buy. Product, you can buy a business, right? And you can start a business. The times that we're in are difficult, and you have to be business minded. You have to be honest, transparent. You have to have integrity. You have to be a communicator in these days and in these times. It's going to require selflessness and wisdom. So let's work together. Let's build community. Let's build each other up. We're not promised tomorrow. So for the days that we are here, let's, work together and establish something that's going to last longer than us. Some sort of distribution, manufacturing, something that is global. It's not just about personal gain, it's about community development. So let's lock in. Be well. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Good morning. Today's date, January 6th, Tuesday, 2026. Another day to go get it. Another day to chase your dreams. Another day to lock in and focus on what your goals and what your dreams and what your visions are. Yeah, I'm headed to work for somebody else right now. And I know that the wealthy don't usually work for someone else. I'm not wealthy yet. I'm storing up wealth and wisdom for eternity in heaven. And if I continue to do that, then what I think, what I believe for my future, I can make reality in my present. How will I do that? Well, if I believe in the Lord, I have faith in the Lord, I trust in the Lord, I obey his commandments, then there's a great chance that what I put my hands to in this physical world, when I'm in alignment with the Lord, that I will lay a strong foundation, and I'll be able to build upwards with great habits, great communication, great team, strong effort, honest business. All these things will be fruits of my obedience to the Lord. And the Lord will put me in rooms that no man can take me out of. So I have to trust him. I have to believe in him. I have to do my job that I'm doing now like it's unto him. So what does that mean? Show up on time. Be honest. Communicate. Don't steal money, time, equipment, any of that. Even though there's things I may not want to do. If I don't do it, be honest about it. Don't lie about it. Do my work in a way that's pleasing to the Lord. If I can't do that, leave the job. Why? Because I'm causing myself to fall. in sin because of laziness, disobedience, I may be disruptive. All those things matter, and God's watching, God's looking. So you need to treat your job like the Lord gave it to you himself. Why? Because he did. You think you earned that job? You think you got that job? You think you filled out the application and you were just so good for the opportunity? You think that the job just stumbled upon your lap? You think that you were just so qualified to get the job that it was a no-brainer? They didn't have to pick you. The Lord impressed it upon their heart to choose you. If it's, what the Lord asked you to do. Some of you are doing things that the Lord did not ask you to do or tell you to do. And you say he did, but he didn't. Why? Because what you're doing on the job isn't righteous, isn't holy, isn't pleasing to him. There's some jobs that are just wholesome, normal jobs. And there's some jobs that require you to go above and beyond, sign contracts, make oaths, pledge your allegiance to government and other organizations. You're selling liquor. You're selling substance. You're dancing. You're a psychic. You're a magician. There's some jobs that the Lord just isn't pleased with, right? You have to put the standard up to the law, up to the commandments, up to God's word. You have to do your job diligently in truth. So I'm excited for today. Did some planning last night. February, first week of February, we should be hitting downtown Lakewood with some free coffee and free donuts. So I want to bring you guys along for the planning of that. We talked about it last night. Today, I'm telling you, we're about a month away from the event, from the pop-up, from the pop-out. Nothing promoted crazy, nothing, to earn any money. We're just going to go downtown and bless the people that come through, maybe in the morning from like 7 to 9 with some free coffee, free donuts, and just a conversation with some of the community people. So stay tuned for that and just be well. Hopefully I'm planning, my birthday's coming up end of the month. Hopefully I get to go on vacation this year, celebrate my 34th birthday. And I'm just excited for 2026. Even though the world is promoting doom and gloom, the media is promoting, the fall of the dollar, like I've spoken about before, the government's collapsing, all that, the Lord prophesied that a long time ago, that wars and rumors of wars, flooding, weather, and in diverse locations, earthquakes, hurricanes, all these things, tornadoes, all these things, God already said would happen, and they're happening. So got to be careful, got to watch the media. There's always two sides to the story. There's a lie and then there's the truth. So everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own perspective. So your perspective is the Lord's perspective. Don't get too involved. Don't get too, overcommitted to something. Live your life. Do the best that you can. Live in truth and be well. Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. We here. We back. We're alive and we're thankful. We're blessed to have life in our lungs. Blessed to have another day to chase our goals, chase our dreams, accomplish the tasks that we have set at hand, be an example of light and not darkness in this world. Guys, it's still not easy, recording, hopping on the camera, not really having much to say right now, but these first 90 days are going to be to get me comfortable, build habits every day, showing up here, coming up with topics and script and outline for a production, because this is what this is. A lot of people don't understand how, advanced this is. Some of you are doing it, and, I applaud you, because this is media production, and maybe you had no experience, but here you are today with a podcast. Some of you are just starting out. Some of you went from just starting out a few years ago, before COVID, during COVID, after COVID, to now having a full-fledged production media company, and that is amazing. That social media has given people the opportunity to grow income, network, grow their network, obtain resources they didn't have before, and that's an awesome thing. I just pray that we're all using it for good, for righteousness, for goodness sake, and not for evil and for bad. There's always going to be bad. There's always going to be good in the world. I just pray that, that you're on the good side, that I'm on the good side, that I stay on the good side, that I don't teeter and I don't top. My cousin reached out to me the other day, and, it was my first cousin. And he said he saw my video. Mind you, I only got like 5-7 views. I put up 2 videos, and he said he saw it. I didn't send it to him. He just said he saw it. I guess the algorithm shot it his way, and he told me to keep going. And that encouraged me, because in the videos, he knows me better than, anybody knows me. I grew up with him, lived with him. His mom is and was my aunt, my mom's sister. You know, we love and cherished her greatly while she was here, and she raised great kids, my cousins, and she lived a great life. Ultimate seamstress. She can make anything, and I love my Aunt Regina. So big ups, much love, and thanks for the encouragement, because this is for my loved ones. This is for my friends, for my people who don't get to see me all the time. This is for you guys. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm doing well. Uh, and I'm chasing after the goodness of God. And it's not easy. It's a struggle. A lot of times in my life, my message has been righteous, but I wasn't living righteously. And a lot of times, what I say may not add up to what I do. And that's a hypocrite. And I'm building a better foundation so that I don't have to live like that. There's distractions in the world, and there's things in the world that you want, that you love to enjoy, and you can't. You can't enjoy them. You can't partake in them. You can't be in that place. And me being so long in those places created a desire to continue to be there, a love for them, and what I have to do is cut it at the root and pick up new habits, new places to go, new things to watch, new things to listen to, new people to be around if you want to get right. So that's the journey, you guys. No man's perfect, but with the Lord, you can become his righteousness. You can become righteous. Through Christ, you can obtain righteousness. So pick up that Bible, pick up that word, open those scriptures, tap in, and change your life. I'm changing mine day by day. And I pray that the final result is eternity with the Lord Jesus Christ. So pray for me as I pray for you, and be blessed.